Hey dreamers, welcome. Bienvenidos. I'm your host, Dr. Metra Rodriguez, and this is Financial Literacy Friday. Let me ask you a question. When you hear the words life insurance, do you immediately think about what happens when you die? Most people probably do. But some types of life insurance also have features you can potentially use while you're alive. Today, we're talking about Indexed Universal Life Insurance, or IUL. And before somebody runs out and buys a policy because they heard about it on a podcast, that's not what we're doing. We're learning. Because financial literacy means understanding a financial product before deciding whether it belongs in your financial plan. So, what is an IUL? An IUL is a type of permanent life insurance. That means it's designed to potentially remain in force throughout your life as long as the policy requirements are met. There's a death benefit for your beneficiaries, but there's also a cash value component. With a UIL, the interest credited to that cash value can be connected to the performance of an external market index, such as the S&P 500. But here's an important distinction. You're not directly investing your cash value in the stock market. The insurance company uses a formula specified by the policy to determine how much interest gets credited. That's why you need to understand the actual contract, not just hear the words S&P 500 and assume you're getting the same return as someone investing directly in an S&P 500 fund. Why are people interested in IULs? One benefit is obviously life insurance protection. If you have children, a spouse, business obligations, or other people who depend on you financially, life insurance can help provide financial support after your death. And there's the potential for cash value accumulation. Depending on the policy and its performance, that cash value can grow over time. Universal life policies can also provide flexibility in premiums and coverage, although that flexibility comes with responsibility because the policy still has costs that must be covered. And policyholders may be able to access cash value through withdrawals or policy loans, depending on the contract. That can sound attractive. But dreamers, benefits and guarantees are not the same thing. Read the fine print. This is where Financial Literacy Friday earns its name. Before considering an IUL, ask questions. What is guaranteed? What isn't? What's the minimum credited rate? Is there a cap or other limitation on how much index-linked interest can be credited? What are the insurance charges and other expenses? What happens if I borrow against the policy? What happens if the policy doesn't perform like the illustration? What would cause the policy to lapse? And can I comfortably afford this policy for the long term? Because an illustration is exactly that, an illustration. It's not a promise that every projected number will happen. It's a tool, not a cheat code. I want us to get away from looking for one magical financial product that's going to make us wealthy. Financial planning doesn't usually work like that. A UIL may make sense for some people's insurance and financial planning needs. For others, a different type of life insurance may be more appropriate. The strategy depends on the person, your income, your dependents, your goals, your risk tolerance, your other savings and investments, your ability to maintain the premiums. That's why financial literacy isn't about asking, is a UIL good or bad? A better question is, how does this work? What does it cost? What are the risks? And does it solve a problem I actually have? Now we're talking money. Affirmation of the day. Repeat after me. I ask questions, understand my options, and make financial decisions that support the future I'm intentionally building. So dreamers, here's today's assignment. Learn about your life insurance. If you already have a policy, do you actually know what kind you have? Who are your beneficiaries? What's your death benefit? Does it have cash value? What isn't guaranteed? And when was the last time you reviewed it? Because building wealth isn't only about accumulating assets. It's also about protecting the people and things you've worked so hard to build. Know your numbers. Know your policies. Know what you're signing. Stay grounded. Stay growing. Mantente presente. Sigue creciendo. Let's go, dreamers. Vamos, soñadores. I love you.